Today on the Rainmaker Family Show, we interviewed someone named Fumiko, who is the founder of the Face Yoga Method. She is the best-selling author of the Face Yoga Method, and she's absolutely incredible. We talked all about how doing just these simple exercises can make you feel more confident from the inside out, as well as give you more radiant, glowing skin and help you in the aging process to not age so quickly and just feel more confident all around. And mamas, this is so important. We want to feel confident and beautiful and be able to show up both on and off camera. And so I love this conversation that we had with Fumiko.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Rainmaker Family Show. On this show, we are on a mission to help moms become millionaires. Okay. We want to help you create businesses online, but not just that. Okay. Money is just one aspect of the picture. We want to help serve the whole being. And we have a special guest on the show that's going to help you do just that. We know that who you become in the process is so important. But also, we want Rainmakers to be a transformational experience, not just for your bank account. And so on the show today, we have Fumiko. She is the creator of the Face Yoga Method. And we're going to dive into that and a whole lot of other fun things today on the show. So welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so excited, Chelsea and Stephen. Yeah, this is such an honor to talk to you and to share some of the messages I like to share with people or moms.
Awesome. And first of all, I will put a little disclaimer out there. Before having you on the show, I've done yoga before, but I had never heard of face yoga at all. And I'm just so curious, where did you find out about this? How do you start teaching it? I'd love to kind of know the backstory.
Okay, so thank you very much for asking me because this is very fascinating. Sometimes I think life happens when you least expect it. So
Mhm.
I'm from Japan, as probably you can hear from my accent. Grown up and educated, and I was living in Japan. I was teaching at one of the oldest women's universities, and then I got in a car accident. It was near fatal. That was
Wow.
almost 18 years ago. And the trauma of the car accident made my face and the body out of alignment. And I could not really smile evenly or chew the food the same way. And I felt very awkward. And also mid 30s, I started seeing sign of premature aging because I used to expose myself to sun and I put a suntan lotion to get the dark skin. So you can imagine how it was like, 18 years ago. And I did everything I could think of, getting facials, start buying all the creams and devices. I never done any procedures, but I was desperate because I was only mid 30s, but I felt like life would just go downhill from there. And one day I was about to go to gym and I've been doing yoga since I was 10 years old. So I'm 54 this year. So I've been doing yoga for a long time, but I never even thought about the muscles on the face. The body is pretty fit always, but the face, I saw the muscles and definition of the muscle. Like, wait a minute, why, exercise the face muscles just like a body so that I can create the desired look. So that was the moment I felt like, ooh, I gotta try. So I started exercising my face using all the things I could think of, but I did not even think about that I wanted to share this with other people because I just wanted to look better after the car accident. And one day, my friends started asking me, like, what are you doing? You look different. They didn't say, oh, your face is becoming more symmetrical or your skin is getting better. They just felt like I was different. I was doing something different. So I shared my poses like, yeah, I, start creating the poses, exercising a face muscles just like a body. So moving the face muscles can increase the circulation and all the things I could think of at the time. And my friends were very interested. And then my own mother, one day asked me, like, did you do any procedures? Like, no. So that was a moment came from my mom means, okay, this is actually working. So I was still teaching at a university, but I talked to the publisher and then they wanted to publish a book. So I was a little bit reluctant because teaching at the university had nothing to do with exercising a face muscle. So I wrote the proposal, and then the publisher wanted to publish the book, and the book started selling so fast and even translated into different languages in all over Asia. And I got offers for TV shows and radios and magazine interviews. And all of a sudden, I just felt like, wow, this is my journey. Probably I want to shift my focus to helping those people who wants to look better naturally, because I always had the vision of helping women. So that's why I was teaching at women's university. And before that, I was teaching at women's high school. So something to do with women, helping women. But with this tool, I felt like I could reach more people because people are interested in looking better and also feeling better. So that's my journey, started 18 years ago.
Wow.
That's amazing. It's so true. As women, when you feel better, when you can look at yourself in the mirror and have that confidence, like it affects every area, not just the areas that you automatically think of, your self-confidence, all those things that you touch upon, you help women. So I love that. It's the whole being and how it transforms women's lives.
Right. And I believe that the change should come from inside. We often think that when we have less wrinkle or less acne or smoother skin will make us feel so good. Yes, it does make us feel good. But if you don't feel good about yourself first, it doesn't help you. I think the confidence and also the self-care is not selfish, and the self-interest is not selfish. I think it's so important, especially as a mom. I became mother 12 years ago. And the more I take care of myself, both mentally and physically, I can definitely tell that I'm a better mother to her and better partner for my husband too.
It's so true. Yeah. If we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't take care of our family, we can't take care of our business. Like, I think for so long, I'm a very like ROI, right? Like, I want to see the ROI on something.
Mm,
And I think health kind of gets a bad rap sometimes in the ROI department, like return on investment of time, because some of it does take time to see. And some of the return on that investment time is so much long term. But when we had our second son recently, I was home with him most days and we took a lot of time off from the business. But because I didn't have kind of the business energy going, I kind of
mm,
it was weird. I almost felt like a little more drained. It was like every day was Saturday, every day is really fun, but I was kind of losing track of days. And I found even just a simple, workout or self care in that day would produce so much energy. Do you
right.
find that with your students, people going through this program, that they're able to work it into the routine? And what are some of the results that people see when they start this kind of integrating this into their lifestyle?
Right. So our followers are very diverse because of my background, probably because I am from Japan and I don't speak English perfectly. But because of that, we attract so many people from different age and different culture. And then some of them are mothers with young kids, and some of them are grandmothers taking care of the grandkids. Um, when they start paying attention to their, let's say, start with habits, because I always start with a habit. What kind of habits you have? Bad habits, I called aging habits. So that might be looking down, reading a book or newspaper or checking your phone. That makes your neck area a little droopy, right? And then when you are holding a phone and talking, always tilting your head, that creates asymmetry on your face and tight shoulder on one side. And when you are squinting all the time or moving your forehead to open your eyes, you are creating horizontal lines. So I always say, what is your habits? What is your aging habit? You're doing unconsciously, creating your unwanted wrinkles or asymmetry. And then editing that, I always ask the thoughts. What is your thoughts coming to you always? I'm old, or I'm not worth it, or I'm just a mom. I hear from lots of people too, I'm just a mom. Like, why just a mom? Have to be just a mom. Motherhood is such a full-time job. My mother used to say that. But when people say I'm just a mom, it's not really telling people that it's worth, it's not a worth self, I don't know how to call that. It's not the greatest job ever. So I give their focus to what they're doing in their head, in their mind, and also physically. And then we try to break the habit. so that they can reconstruct or create the new habit. So I said the first one is recognize your habits, your thoughts. And the second one is release all the negative habits, negative thoughts, and then create the new habits, new facial expressions, and then new thoughts. And then you have to relax, and then you have to repeat. So when they come to us, many times they just want to have a wrinkle on the face, right? But as I walk them through this journey, they often see that like, wow, didn't expect this is a life-changing journey. So that's how I hear all the time, like, wow, it's not the wrinkle on my face was not making me feel happy. It's just a mindset. And then when you feel good, it shows on the face. So they have a huge transformation. I'm so happy to see almost every single day we get this kind of a transformation from the moms or grandmas or even young teenagers. They really see the benefit because everything is connected. Like Chelsea said that at the beginning. So that's my biggest pleasure when I see those transformation on the people.
I love how you start with what they're already doing. Because I think a lot of times when people think about starting a
Mm,
new self care
mm,
activity, practice, workout, it's like, oh, I'm going to do yoga, I'm going to do CrossFit, whatever that thing is. Especially for moms, especially for busy business owners, like it feels overwhelming to add another thing.
right.
So I love that you start with like, let's look at what you're already doing and just shift
Mm,
that first. And then that starts giving you momentum to start working in some of the things that are creating new. So what would you say, like for someone who wants to try this out, like after they've gone through kind of like the recognizing habits, shifting those things, like some of the poses, like, how long do people spend doing those? I know with regular yoga, you might do an hour, you might do, but for face yoga, how is it different?
The difference is that the facial muscles are so much smaller and not connected to the bones, right? It's almost like a layer of muscles covering your face. The reason is because you need to express your emotions using your facial muscles. So that's why they're so delicate and many often they're very thin. So when you break the habit, like even one thing, frowning or squinting all the time, you can start seeing the result very quickly. So one pose I always tell people is it's called a big O. It's one of my signature poses. You drop a jaw and then relax entire face. And without wrinkling your forehead, look up the ceiling and hold this for 10 seconds. And then when you do 3 sets, that means total of 30 seconds, you see massive blood circulation to entire face and neck.
Wow.
So that's it.
Wow.
So that means like you got the nice massage without even touching your face. So more nutrient to the skin, more oxygen, but you also feel that the heat coming to the face. And we took a thermographic image pictures of all the practitioners. I think 12 or 15, everybody got the result after only 30 seconds.
Wow.
So that's one thing. Every time you go bathroom, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Oh my
feels
goodness, that's
relaxing
awesome.
because our face muscles do tense up,
Right.
like, and to relax it all. And then you relax your whole body from there. I love how you talked about that specific practical piece in 30 seconds. That's such
So
a short,
doable.
so doable.
Very.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like today I was watching some of your newest, I believe, reel that you put out about other ways that you can help improve facial structure and things. Besides these exercises, what other ways do you train and encourage people to, get the fullest health? And, I know you have even some products and things too that you've added to your face yoga method. I'd love to hear about those and what you recommend.
Yes. So when you go to my page, faceyogamethod.com, there's lots of information there. But I have lots of blog and talked about the DIY cream you can make at home or yogurt face mask, which is many of the face yoga practitioners' favorites to put the yogurt on the face and wait for 10 minutes and rinse it off. It's so simple. And people love to do that in the kitchen because it doesn't cost, it's pretty much, I don't know how to call that, just 1 teaspoon of yogurt. So it's
Okay.
not expensive, right? And then you can do with your family. But another thing, it's doing 100 times face splash, which is a wonderful way to clear your pores and brighten your complexion. So I love to offer those DIY techniques and skills they can do at home. Of course, the face exercise is great. And face exercise wise, there's a lots of poses you can do, but we have free full face toning routine video and introduction to face yoga. We put it together for the listeners today. So faceyogamethod.com/Rainmaker. So when
Oh,
they go
awesome.
that, yeah, they can have videos and it's a routine, very simple, and they can practice and they can feel the difference too. Another thing is I often talk about the connection with the body, mind, and skincare. So you cannot separate your posture. And when you have a good posture, it definitely helps to tone the neck area. And then when you tone your neck area, you definitely see the less wrinkles on neck area too. And when you have a good posture, also send a message to your brain that you are a happy person. Because you don't see people who are so happy and then looking down and rounded shoulder. And you don't see people who are so depressed and open chest, open heart, and chin up. So I try to combine, but every time people do it, I always say, go to bathroom. Everybody is been the busiest person on this planet. Go to bathroom. So go bathroom and check your posture, smile, and do one of the face yoga method of poses and feel good from inside and look good from outside.
Awesome.
I love this, man. So if you see me in the bathroom looking really happy, this is what I'm doing.
Yes.
Good.
We're gonna practice this.
I love
like
it.
this. Okay, I would love to know before we kind of wrap things up. I would love to know what would be your recommendations for, let's say, a young mom who's not quite in the she doesn't feel like she's aging quite yet, but wants to be proactive. What are maybe, I know you listed out some more DIY friendly things that they can do on a regular basis, but what are some other habits that you would recommend implementing earlier on to help them just creating that youthful skin, no wrinkles glow that us as women always want?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for asking that, Chelsea. I think it's a prevention, right? Young moms, definitely prevention helps. So what I love to introduce or suggest or recommend is hot water. I've been telling lots of face yogis, drink hot water first thing in the morning, because when your body is dehydrated when you're sleeping and when you put hot water in your body, it's almost like running dishwasher. So it wakes you up, it gives you energy, and also it helps really bring the lots of heat from inside of the face and inside of the body, and it cleanse your system very quickly instead of just drink coffee or tea. And then throughout the day, when you feel a little tired, I highly recommend drinking hot water too, so that you can get energy, instead of going to get the snack or some sweets or caffeine. That's what I think we often do, that, oh, I'm tired, I need a caffeine. Instead of have hot water. And then before you go to bed, same thing. Imagine that you're running dishwasher, you go to bed, so that when you're sleeping, you're cleaning or cleansing your system and that you feel more energized in the morning. I had so many people who were so into coffee and now they're very happy drinking hot water, and then they feel more energy. So I highly recommend hot water, especially to young moms or moms who feel needs more energy but also good complexion, because when you have a clean system inside, it shows on your face.
Yeah, that's very true. I've heard like lemon water. Would you recommend lemon or not as much?
Lemon water is great if it's only in the morning, but
Okay.
I do not recommend throughout the day. The reason is I talked to several dentists, but very hard on this enamel.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you're sipping all the time, you're kind of damaging. So if you just drink first thing in the morning, it's great, but not throughout the day. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. And sometimes you don't have a lemon hanging around. Like right now, we don't have any lemon. So that makes it even easier.
Right.
Just the hot water.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I even order hot water at the restaurant or airplane.
Oh,
I ask
yeah?
the hot water. Just gives me energy.
Yeah. That's a great idea. And it's an easy thing because we all want to stay hydrated and everything. So just change
Right.
it up with hot water.
Yeah. And it gives you glow. Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's so cool. I love these life hacks. That's why we wanted to have you on the show, because I know this is a little off topic from what we normally talk about, but I know our audience is going to love it because these are the things that bringing this confidence to your face, to your well-being, like this is going to help you show up as a more powerful, empowered mom to do the mom thing at the highest level, but also as a business owner to run your business
Mm,
and have energy to do both really, really well.
right. Yeah. Thank you.
Of
So
course.
thanks Fumiko for being on the show. Where can people find you online? You said faceyogamethod.com/rainmaker. Thank you so much for setting that up. That page. There's a free training video, but if they want to connect with you on any other platform, is that website the best? Are there other places you want to send people?
Yes. So that's the best place to get the full face toning routine videos. But also, I have lots of YouTube videos, and then I have Instagram, and I have lots of blog posts too. Talk more about that body mind connection too. So everything you can find it under Face Yoga Method.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Fumiko, for being on today. I learned so much. I'm excited. I'm going to go, I think, drink a glass of hot water. And then later on this evening, I'm going to implement that and, of course, follow along in all of your techniques. And you never know, you might see Steven and I doing one of these from time to time.
I love it.
Oh, love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, if you are not a part of our Rainmaker Mastermind, we have a new opportunity for you to book a one-on-one strategy call with one of our Rainmaker coaches.
If you want to get a call with them, see if it's a good fit for you to work with us to build a business that allows you to have time freedom and financial freedom, you can get that call at makeItrainmama.com/podcast. That's makeItrainmama, MOMMA.com/podcast.